Under starlight's beam, heroes rise. In this night they gleam. Pages turn in as fate intertwines. Saturday night, it rewinds. Spinning tales poke the mind in the city's electric light. Is torch, heroes fight. Every moment feels so right. Welcome to that weekend thrill, where stories fashion dreams at will. In this world we take a fight. Saturday night special guide in the night. Wonders, heroes unite. Comics and anime and brain and light. Journey through panels and vibrant screens. This colorful tapestry.
Welcome. It's Saturday night, which means it's time for Saturday Night Special, the sixth best show on Renovision. With comments such as, "For the love of God, let your friend stay where he's at," SNS, and "that channel is a rest area toilet bowl, and you don't need any more stinking up the best comic YouTube show going. And this is an absolute terrible watch. Such douche chills." How about we check in with Jedi Johnson and see if he thinks the boys are ready to start the show?
I still think we're more prepared than SNS, even with the rush who did on the show.
Well, shit, I hope you boys are ready to bring the mayhem, because an all-new episode of Saturday Night Special starts in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome. It is a Saturday night, the only show bold enough to ask you, do you think a wrestler farts on another professional wrestler when they're wrestling? It's Saturday Night Special. We got a great show for you guys tonight. We got the Who Said It game. We got best and worst coverage of the week, anime, dodgeball, mega character matchup, you name it, we got it here. It's been a while since we've been with you. We've missed your beautiful faces, but we're so glad to be back with you. Sam Sticks, how are you guys doing tonight, man?
Oh my gosh, so good. I'm glad you brought up the farting wrestlers. When I was in seventh grade, I beat everybody in my weight class, so they made me wrestle in the heavyweights. And there was a kid, his name was Pedro. He was in the heavyweights, and his routine was just to like lay on his opponent.
Was he Perkisizing?
He was the fattest kid in the whole school. And his whole strategy was just lay on you and just hope that you would get tired and just be done. But I was pretty strong back in the day, and I was giving him a run for his money, and he had to keep like rolling over. And every time he rolled on his back, I would get an extra point. And eventually we just kind of like his first move was to lay on me. I escaped. I'd roll him over. He'd roll back. And we ended up tying 7-7, but not before I had him in a half Nelson trying to flip him over, but my face was too close to the backside, and he hit me with a gas bomb. Boom, right in my face. I was like, oh no. Room spinning. That everyone's like, Richardson's face is green. What is going on out there? I was dying, dude. Dying. He hit me hard with that fart bomb, man. That stuff is real. That's a real weapon. And it's totally legal to fart in someone's face.
And then you had pink eye for 2 weeks.
It was rough. It was a rough time. Rough time in the 7th grade at Powell Junior High. That's crazy. How about you, Sticks? You feeling about Catherine O'Hara? You still
that kind of
the loss.
That news, there's some celebrities that just kind of hit you in your heart, and that one kind of hit me.
Was it because you chaperoned her high school prom?
I was her chaperone for high school
Sticks
prom.
was her babysitter.
up in Calgary.
The old
Sticks taught her
Canadian
to be the
song.
ultimate absentee parent.
What was the thing about Catherine O'Hara that really stuck with you the most?
Just the iconic characters she's played over her career. From the mother in Beetlejuice, the mother in Home Alone, obviously.
The
She
mother
was
in Schitt's Creek.
She was she was recently. Last I saw her recently, and this is, she was in that Pedro Pascal TV show there. What is it? The Last of Us. She was in The Last of Us. In the last season.
For sure.
I don't know. It's just, you remember the people you love to watch, and you watch on a continuous basis. It's just how it goes.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry for your loss, Sticks.
Thank
Time
you.
to fire up some reruns of Schitt's Creek,
Yeah.
Beetlejuice,
Oh my God.
Home Alone. Kevin!
Yeah, I got Beetlejuice on Laserdisc, so I'll put that in this weekend.
Pull out the old yearbook from when you were chaperoning Catherine O'Hara's prom. Reminisce about the good old days 60 years ago.
Me and Martin Mull.
I heard her character in Home Alone was portrayed after Sticks because he actually was supposed to be babysitting her and forgot that she was there and left her home by herself
With nothing
when
but
he
a
went down to the
pizza.
sock hop to get a
Catherine?
molted.
We went down for the sock hop.
to the soda pop shop.
Yep. To get a
Left
malt,
with nothing but a cheese pizza.
The malt shop. Me
To
and
get a-
Scooby and the gang.
get a 50-cent cheeseburger from Pops with his buddy Archie and Jughead.
Jughead.
Wow.
Good times. It was good
Yeah,
times.
big loss for the film industry for sure.
Yeah.
I do have kind of a crazy story before we get into the warm up, if you'll indulge me.
Even crazier than getting farted on in a wrestling match.
Yeah, dude, this is
Oh.
crazy. I mean, it's kind of controversial too. It's really controversial. I don't mean to start off the show with controversy. I just want to get people like thinking about things. But a buddy of mine was texting me and he goes, "Hey, did you hear I put down our other friend's dog today?" I was like, "What? What are you talking about? You put down our other friend's dog? Why would you do such a thing?" He says, "Well, the dog bit a neighbor kid on the balls. Dog bit a neighbor kid on the balls. And it was so bad that it broke the kid's skin. And he was bleeding. And so the owner was like, I can't keep this dog around if he's going to start biting kids randomly. But I'm also kind of traumatized because I had to put down a dog when I was younger and it went wrong. It didn't go well. So I need you to do it." He asked my other buddy to do it. And my buddy's like, "Okay, I guess I'll drive him out to the desert and shoot him and bury him." And I was like,
Jesus.
"This is crazy. That's crazy."
That's mob tactics right there.
Like this dog is like a, what do you call it? Spanish water dog. So they have like really curly hair, they're high energy, freaking crazy. But he bit and latched onto this kid, wouldn't let go on his own. Like all the kid did was ring the doorbell of the house, and then just
I'll teach you to ring a doorbell. Who does that shit anymore?
Yeah,
if you don't know the people that live there, don't go there.
He was like
Yeah,
7 years old.
What did the kid do to provoke the dog?
That's a great question. I have no idea, but in Arizona, I don't know if you guys know this, but in Arizona, if a dog bites somebody, it's what they call strict liability, which means it doesn't matter what the kid did to provoke the dog. The owner of the dog is responsible for any damages that result from the bite.
Right.
And so the owner just didn't feel safe anymore, I guess. But it's just so crazy how fast they did that. And
Hmm.
it's like, dude, take care of your own dirty work. You got your buddy doing your wet work out here. Like, come on, man. You got to take care
Why
of
are
your
you
own.
shooting a dog in the first place? You should be taking it to either the vet or the pound or
Yeah, because it's
turning it
$600.
over.
It's $600 to pay for
$800.
yeah, it's six
Yeah.
$700 to pay for the vet to do it,
Euthanasian.
and it's like $1 for the round. So
Yeah, but it's like animal cruelty. Like, fuck that.
it's not considered animal cruelty in Arizona to shoot a dog like that.
I would not put my dog down like
Wow.
that.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
It's so crazy to me.
Yep.
I was floored by that. I could not believe it. I mean,
That's kind of crazy.
first off, would you put your dog down for biting a neighbor kid like that? That's question number one.
Hmm.
Question number two, would you have someone else do it instead of you doing it yourself? That's the part that's like, what? Come on.
Well, that's I mean, it's conflicting because isn't that normally what you get a dog for is home protection? So it kind of depends on what that person is doing. You know, if the kid just knocked on the door, how did the dog get to the kid? Get past a person to get to the kid. So there's got to be some neglect on the owner's part there.
100%. The circumstance was one of the neighbor's kids, one of the kids that lived in the house with the dog, opened the door, and they were unable to restrain the dog themselves because they're too small. The dogs, I think it's either Spanish or Portuguese water dog. It's pretty big. Weighs about 70 pounds. So it's a pretty big dog. And
I feel like too, in the owner's part, like you should know how your dog reacts. Like my dog, Max, is an 11-year-old black lab. He's sketchy around people he doesn't know. I know that. So he's either out in the backyard when someone comes to the door or put away. So like they should have done, I feel like there's a lot of neglect on the owners and this where it's more so the owner's fault than the dog's. But then at the same time, how are they training the dog? What? I don't know. I think there's just a lot of variables I don't really know.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, a dog shouldn't be biting another person. Like if the kid just knocked on the door or whatever, like if he wasn't a threat, then yeah, that dog shouldn't be biting him. But that's kind of what you have dogs for is home protection. So I don't know. It's
not a home protection dog.
Yeah, no.
What it's been trained to do. What it's been trained to do is play and breed. That's what it's been trained to do. And it tried raping my dog one time. so it is pretty accustomed to the breeding part, but it was a crazy dog. It was high energy. I wouldn't say it was a bad dog. But
and he had peanut butter smothered in his ball sack, so they're kind of in a touchy situation.
Yeah, it's like, what do you do with that? But yeah, it was.
Tyson says, "I want an investigation."
Yeah, it's just like.
I mean, I don't think I would turn around and automatically put the dog down. Like, I think there would have to be a conversation of like what happened, our options, and what the other party wants.
Yeah,
I don't think I would just roll out because I got bit by a dog when I was a kid, but on the side of the leg.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I didn't go demanding to like put the dog down. Like this is just, I don't know. I don't think my first instinct would be like, oh my God, I'm going to fucking go put a bullet in this dog's head.
Right.
Yeah,
like I know my buddy put one of his dogs down that had a parvo and the dog was suffering.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I could shoot a fuck dog in the back of the head like that.
Carde says, maybe we should go back and retry those dogs. Yeah, give them another shot at freedom. Yeah, I mean, it's just a crazy situation. I don't know the right answer here. I think this is like how much do you look at the dog as a member of your family versus something less than that? That's crazy to me.
I do believe that there are people out there that go too far with how much they love their dog. Like, I think it's a little ridiculous that people take their dogs to get pictures with Santa Claus, or that people think that their dogs or are their children,
Eh,
and they
Well.
dress their dogs up in clothes and get all crazy and things like that. Like, I think those people are a special breed, but
Yeah, dude, this stuff all happened in probably the span of about 2 hours this morning.
and like that's a little like wild to me. Like, if this kid's been around before and the dog knows it, like what's at play, you know?
Yeah,
Was
but the kid is 7 years old.
I get that.
I think if he ever had any exposure to the dog, it's pretty limited. Because they live kind of a few blocks away, and he's a little young to be just hiking over there on his own. So,
Well, and I feel like, you know, it's the part of it falls on the parent too, because if their kid is opening the door for somebody, you know, they should be there or know what the dog's capable of and make sure that I don't know, the dog's restrained. But I just think that's all wild to just be like, oh well, that dog bit this kid in the nutsack, which, but you know, all intents and purposes, traumatizing. Luckily, his little nuts hadn't dropped yet, so you know, who knows what's going on there. But
he'll likely heal from the physical scars. But, like, I don't know if they're going to sue.
my dog hates 4 to 8 year old kids.
That's an easy payout for the parents of the kid, you know.
Yeah.
And they've got a long time to sit on that lawsuit, because in Arizona, statute of limitations is 2 years, but it only begins to run once the kid turns 18. And he's 7 or 8, so that's like.
But like,
10 years.
how much damage? Like, was it just like what did he just break skin to where there was some blood? Did it like rip the kid's shit open? Like,
also psychological damage too. That's also included. So if he's like terrified of dogs now, and he's suffering trauma from it, it's also included. So, like, why wouldn't they sue? And you know, unless they just want to preserve the relationship. But you know, that's a homeowner's claim. Easy. It's crazy.
I mean, I guess once the dog bites someone, then it's a liability, and they're not going to be able to. I don't know what the pound would be able to do for it at that point, but like, you could turn it over to the pound or a shelter or something.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily think
what
you
they
need
do
to
is they put the dog down too. If it's a
take it out
biter,
and fucking shoot it, but
they'll put the dog down too. So I think the calculus was the end is going to be the same no matter what. We might as well do it ourselves.
But he didn't. He pussed out and had somebody else do it.
Had somebody else do it, but you know, somebody the dog was familiar with at least. So yeah, I mean, that's the part. It's like, dude, take care of your own stuff. Take care of your own stuff. Like, if it was your kid, right? If it's your kid who got in trouble with the law, you're gonna have your buddy turn him in to the cops. You know, you're gonna have your buddy take care of it. No, man, come on, take care of your kid. It's crazy. Anyway, I just it's not the warm up I was planning on, but it's something.
I mean, just me personally, like, I'm as a pet owner, I would make sure my pet was away before someone came knocking on the door. That's usually how I roll. My dog goes outside until the person's inside, and then we let him in and watch him and see how he acts then. But
yeah, we're very careful with our dogs too. I've got one dog who's pretty territorial, not much of a biter. Like, she doesn't even have like sharp teeth anymore because they broke. Like, she was playing with rocks or something and broke her teeth on them. I don't know, but she's a little territorial. At any rate, we can head into the warm up, the actual warm up.
Great topic starter, dead dog. That's
just a little controversy. Just kind of stir things up, I guess, while we're waiting for people to show up. Valentine's Day is just around the corner. In fact, 2 weeks from today. And I wanted to let you guys know there's a couple of Instagram channels out there with prison pen pals waiting for you to reach out and touch somebody.
Oh yeah.
Prison _connect and pen pals wanted official. I thought the pen pals videos were a little bit better than the prison connect, but let's start with Jennifer Sagers. Let's go ahead and click on that.
Better in quality or better in?
We should write them all a letter.
There's some volume here, so if you need to turn on the volume, let's do it.
Oh shit! Well, then I'll have to reshare. Hold on.
But yeah, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. It's a perfect time to pick up a prison girlfriend.
I'm sure they'll all want some Steam cards.
All right, you got to turn the
I'm
volume
getting
up.
posted on TikTok to
Can
make
you hear
some
it?
conversation and meet new people. I like to draw and sing, and I like to do long walks on the beach. Just kidding. Anyways, if I sound like somebody that you would like to get a hold of, you can hit me up on JPay. My number is 98217. All right, bye.
JPay. JPay stands for
Hi, my
J.
name's Jen. I'm at Pocatello Women's Correctional Center in Idaho. I am getting posted on TikTok to make some fun conversation.
Hey,
and
I'm just
meet
gonna
new
tell you right
people.
now,
I like to
Jennifer Sagers
draw
can get
and
it.
sing,
All right?
and I like to
She
do
can
long
get it.
walks on the beach. Just
And
kidding.
these, these are
Anyways,
some pretty
I like to
creative
do
women
it.
out here. They're lining up in
On
jail.
JPay. My number is 98217.
She's
All right,
wanting you
bye.
to buy some cigs for her, and then she'll write you some saucy letters. All right, now let's go on to the next one.
She can get it.
Harley.
No, you got to go to the slideshow. Okay, next is Jasmine Taylor, another Idaho Correctional Facility inmate. You turn on.
I'm currently incarcerated in Pocatello Women's Correctional Center. I'm looking to get to know people and just, extend my horizons on talking to people. I would just really love to connect with anyone. Life will take you anywhere. So if you're down to get to know me, add me on JPay. My IDOC is 144671. I hope to hear from you.
There you go. Okay,
Hey,
so
y'all, I'm Jasmine.
this doesn't have to
This
be
is
a
right up your alley.
this doesn't have to be a misconnection. Now this lady, you gotta get the volume right off the start because she started.
Hey, my name is Summer. I'm a freak and I like to fuck on the first date. So if you think you can keep up with me, add me 123812.
Summer's a fucking winner.
She gets right to it, baby. She gets
Summer
right
Moore
to it.
Evans is a
Hey,
winner.
my name is Summer. I'm a freak and I like to fuck on the first date. So if you think you can keep up with me, add me 123812.
$5.
Tyson, I think you got a winner, my friend.
Summer's ready. These are all gals in the Idaho Correctional Facility. We got the two gals on either side are from Boise, and then Jasmine's in Pocatello. Valentine's Day is ready. It's ready right around the corner. It's time. It's time. Jen.
I think she's in prison for fucking on the first date. It's summertime.
Summertime.
Hey, and that's the best part about being with Summer is that it's summer all year long.
That's right.
Wow.
She'll keep it summer even in the dead of Idaho winter.
That's a solid start right there.
The only problem is you got to wait 5 to 10 for her to get out for that first date. That's the only thing.
All right. Conjugal visits.
Exactly. Conjugal visits.
She's an arguer. That dual last name means she's an arguer. That's a bold assessment there, Carde.
Shows up because she's a giver. And
Anyway, so if you're looking for love, like I said, prison _connect is another one of these. They are more they have more sampling than just Pen Pals Wanted official, which is just Idaho. But it might be fun. I've seen some videos also of guys like bailing out hotties, bailing out prison thoughts out of jail. They'll post the bail, and then even at like ICE detention facilities, you can post bail on the Latina tortas and
the big booty Latinas,
and take them on a little date if you want to. It's a captive audience, literally captive audience, and they're obligated to listen if you send them $5 on JPay. So there you go. Happy Valentine's Day.
For all you lonely men out there.
Yep.
Good
Great
stuff. Hey, Sam, did Tyson send you the thing about ASU?
Yeah. Yeah. Tyson sent me a thing, said ASU is number 1 in the country. Number 1. It's great to be first on a list. It just so happens that the list is number 1 for STDs. Number 1 for STDs. And he wrote him back and said, dude, when I was at ASU, gosh, how many years ago? I was married in 2005, graduated in 2007. So between my sophomore and junior years, I got married, and I didn't have to worry about that. I didn't worry about that ever again. So wasn't a problem for me. There were a lot of like foam parties. Did you go to ASU, Matt?
No.
There's like foam parties. That was the big thing back in the day where local DJs would throw these big parties, fill the room with fluorescent lights and suds, and then the co-eds would show up in bikinis and all night long.
How many foam parties did you go to, Sam?
0. I went to 0 of those.
You sat in your dorm room like a good little man, huh?
I lived at home. I didn't have a dorm room. I lived at home with my parents until I got married, and then I moved into an apartment.
Solid choice. It's great to be number 1 in something.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that's a good topic starter. So make sure to get your Valentine's date in now, whether she is or is not incarcerated.
Yeah, time to start planning. 2 weeks away. Get those reservations in now.
Absolutely. With that said, what do you think we get into a little bit of news here, shall we?
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Kicking off our top spot, we are in a brand new year with the first month into 2026 in the books. And it's been a big year so far for comic book properties as we've had the adaptation for FX's The Beauty as well as Wonder Man on Disney Plus. And we got the news that another cult classic indie comic is getting picked up and optioned for a TV show as Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky's Sex Criminals adaptation is moving forward at Prime, with Eternals' Camille Najimy set to star. Deadline is reporting that Amazon Prime Video is moving ahead with an 8-episode adaptation of the acclaimed 2013 Image comic series Sex Criminals by Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky. Camille Najimy, Emily V. Gordon, and Tez Chun are on board to co-creators of the series. Najimy is set to star in an undisclosed role. Sex Criminals is the exact kind of thing Winter Coat aims to bring to life. Love stories in weird places, said Gordon and Najimy. Sex Criminals, which is one of the most banned and challenged comics in the U.S., focuses on a librarian named Susie and an actor named John who meet at a party and end up sleeping together. Later, they are shocked to discover that they share the ability to freeze time when they orgasm. As their relationships develop and their sexual histories are explored, they decide to rob banks where John works in order to save Susie's endangered library. The show's official logline reads, Sex Criminals centers on Susie, a normal girl with an extraordinary ability. When she has sex, she stops time. One night she meets John, who has the same gift, and so they do what any other sex-having, time-stopping couple would do. They rob banks. An early adaptation of the Eisner Award-winning series was in the works at Universal back in 2015, but plans fell through.
Is this a Marvel movie? No, it's not a Marvel movie.
It's a great story. It's a great book. It kind of was my first foray into Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky. Good stuff. I'll watch it. I've watched the first episode of the FX's The Beauty with Ashton Kutcher, and I found it a little hard to watch. So I haven't gone back to watch any more of that. Wonder Man's been good. I'm like 3 or 4 episodes into Wonder Man. Surprisingly good. Enjoying Wonder Man. If you haven't started
Wonder
watching
Man
it.
is good.
Reviews.
Yeah, it's different,
I
definitely
like
different take on the superhero genre, but it was good stuff. So
Yes.
there you go. If you like Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky, and you want to read, check out Sex Criminals before it comes to your Amazon Prime. I'm excited and interested about Camille Najami being attached to it, though. But
You're not excited?
no, I am. I like Camille Najami.
you are.
I think he's funny. I love him in Silicon Valley.
His stand-up's pretty good too.
Yep.
Yeah. I like his connection to this rather than Booster Gold.
Oh yeah. Well, he's gonna be Booster Gold. You might as well just get over that. Build a fucking bridge and get over that one there, Sticks.
Oh, jeez.
But no more news here. We're getting the announcement for Ted Lasso season 4. Got our first images of that, and we found out that Phil Dunster, aka Jamie Tart, will not be in that. Well, because he is being cast to replace Kit Harington in How to Train Your Dragon 2. Last year's live-action adaptation of How to Train Your Dragon exceeded expectations at the box office, earning an impressive $636 million worldwide. The sequel was announced before it was released, and that movie's cast now continues to expand. The Hollywood Reporter has confirmed that Ted Lasso star Phil Dunster has boarded the cast as Urt, a character from the 2014 animated movie who is described as the cocky, boastful, and self-proclaimed finest dragon trapper alive. Game of Thrones star Kit Harington lent his voice to Urt in 2014's DreamWorks animation feature. It's unclear whether he was approached to potentially reprise the role here, but Dunster seems like a great fit for the character. It's pretty much Jamie Tart. So I loved the live action How to Train Your Dragon. I felt like it was pretty much shot for shot for the original cartoon or animated movie. They did change a few things on it, but I still really, really enjoyed it. And I'm so looking forward to the second one. Hopefully they do the same thing for this one and do it justice. I love How to Train Your Dragon 2.
They even got Gerard Butler to somehow turn in a better performance than he did in the animated one.
I loved How to Train Your Dragon 2 so much. I saw it on opening day, went back, a buddy of mine went back, got another buddy, and went and saw it again. So
nice.
Wow.
See it in live action, and hopefully it does it justice. There you go, if you're a How to Train Your Dragon fan. Well, we were sad to hear that the Ultimate Universe was ending when it was announced earlier this year at New York Comic Con, but it doesn't look like it's going to be ending quite so fast, as Ultimate Impact Comics will release the Ultimate Universe's Impact on Earth 616. The Ultimate Universe may be coming to an end, but Marvel Comics has confirmed today that its legacy lives on in Reborn Ultimate Impact. Following the final issue of Ultimate Endgame in April, Reborn Ultimate Impact will reveal the Ultimate Universe's lasting effects on the main universe. The 5-issue limited series spins out of last year's hit Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion series, where the Ultimate Universe collided with the 616 and ended with Miles Morales returning home with a mysterious origin box. Special devices used to create the heroes of the Ultimate Universe, only weaponized by the maker to rob characters of their heroic destinies. Each box holds all of that it needs to grant specific power sets to whoever dares to open it. From the mighty abilities of legendary superheroes to the deadly capabilities of the world's finest supervillains. Ultimate Impact does sound like a porn. You are correct. But it just feels like a rinse and repeat here from Marvel. What they did when they ended the original Ultimate Universe, and Miles Morales was sucked into the 616. Now it feels like we're doing that all over again. But be that as it may, there you go. If you're a fan of the Ultimate Universe and you want more Ultimate Universe stuff, you got Ultimate Impact coming your way later this year.
Deep Impact. Ultimate Deep Impact.
Deep penetration. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fans, you're going to be eating well. It seems like all 80s and 90s kids are eating good nowadays between the announcement of the G.I. Joe Transformers stuff coming to Prime from Robert Kirkman to G.I. Joe being an amazing comic book again to Masters of the Universe. And early last year, we had the re-release of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in theaters for that anniversary. Well, we're getting the second here for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze, returning to theaters for its 35th anniversary. The original, and we're going to assume most fans would be in agreement, best live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie returned to the big screen last summer to mark its 35th anniversary. And Fathom Entertainment has now announced that the 1991 sequel is going to get a re-release later this year, originally planned as a 2-day engagement. The first movie's recent theatrical return proved to be a huge success, expanding to 4 weeks run, cracking the domestic box office top 10 and grossing nearly $3.7 million in the process. Fathom Entertainment's Saga Arts and Warner Brothers Pictures will re-release Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze in theaters nationwide for 1 week 35th anniversary run from March 13th to 19th. The movie will be presented theatrically in a newly restored 4K format for the first time. The re-release will also feature an exclusive bonus content, including a never-before-seen feature titled The Ninja Turtles Revolutions, which will screen before the film. Step into the mind of the TMNT co-creator Kevin Eastman, joining him on a vision through the past. Sit down alongside the icon at his personal drawing desk while he illustrates through the revolving history and mythos of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles legend. The Secret of the Ooze was a little more cartoonish than the predecessor, which expertly managed to blend the family-friendly tone of the animated series with the gritty vibe of the original comic run. The movie is still pretty highly regarded by fans, however, and should be worth catching on the big screen if you get the chance.
This is also the movie where we got the iconic line, "Look, it's Raph." Yeah, a little bit too Raph.
Yep.
Also, this movie is a little bit subject to scrutiny because of the changing secret. The actual Secret of the Ooze was, hey, there is no secret. It was all an accident. In the original script, they actually planned for the Secret of the Ooze to be revealed that it was the Utroms behind the mutation, and that the professor featured in the movie was going to be none other than one of the Krang. But they ended up going a different way because I think the effects budget wasn't there for the Utroms to make an appearance. So there you go.
Interesting factoids.
The Secret of the Ooze was, there was no secret. It was an accident. And that was kind of disappointing. That was kind of disappointing.
They're babies.
Yeah. Instead of Bebop and Rocksteady, we got Tucka and Razor.
Because there was some kind of like legal issue where they couldn't use Bebop and Rocksteady for some reason. So that's why they went with Tucka and Razor. It was supposed to be Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yep.
But I love Secret of the Ooze. I love all the Turtles movies. I even like Turtles 3. I know a lot of people don't like when they go back to feudal Japan, but I like it.
Yeah. It's not my favorite. 3 is not my favorite, but it did signal the return of Elias Koteas as Casey Jones and Casey Jones' ancestor. We still had the new April in 3.
But you got the return of Corey Feldman as Donatello in the third one.
Yeah, they did bring Corey Feldman back. So 3 had some good things, a lot of weird things, but it had some good things to it.
Still the original, man. I don't know why they went and put the freckles on him, but Ed must be boycotting because of Sam.
What's wrong with what I said?
100% Lunch says, tell Sam to stop destroying childhood.
What did I do? What did I do to destroy his childhood?
I don't know. Obviously, it's very offensive, though. I think you should apologize, Sam.
No apology for me. I'm just telling it like I sees it.
There you go. Make sure to get your tickets for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Secret of the Use, because let's be honest, there's much better stuff in theaters right now.
That's a good point.
House of the Dragon was officially announced that it's going to end with season 4, confirmed by HBO. House of the Dragons will officially come to a close with the season 4. Alas, it feels like the fire and the blood were just picking up speed, but it turns out we're halfway done with the series already. But on the other hand, we already love a series that knows when to bow out. A story that stretches on without good reason is never a good one. And so it's bittersweet for HBO to confirm that the Game of Thrones spinoff, The House of the Dragon, will end with season 4. Casey Boyle's HBO CEO confirmed to Deadline that House of the Dragon would end with season 4. When asked, Boyle offered, "Yes, that is the idea. The idea was always to follow the history of the Targaryens. If you know the books, you know how the Targaryens end up. So there's a natural end to this particular history of that House of the Targaryens." I wish they would bring back Millie Alcock to this show because she was the best part of it.
Well, her character is now played by somebody else.
Yeah, because she had to go and grow up. Boo. But I still love it. I'm so excited for House of the Dragon.
Very good.
I haven't yet to watch
the new
spinoff they have.
Night of the Realm. Is it what it's called? Night of the Realm?
Night of the Seven Realms or something like that. Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. Apparently there's something with a man genitalia in it or some weird shit so far that I've only heard people talking about. So I don't know. I might have to.
The Real House of the Dragon.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. And of course, what would life be without the announcement of the final chapter of the Fast and the Furious saga? The next Fast and Furious sequel gets a title and a March 2028 release date. It's time to go to another quarter mile at a time. The next film in the Fast and the Furious franchise, which is officially titled Fast Forever, will race into theaters on March 17, 2028. That feels like a long time away to wait, but you can't rush greatness, my friends. As usual, Vin Diesel is the one who shared the news via Instagram with a photo of himself and the late Paul Walker, whose character Brian is still alive in the franchise, just when you thought they'd done everything possible in this franchise, including going to the moon or, taking a Fiero to space. But there's still more for Dom and the friends to accomplish. The next Fast Forever film will keep the franchise's motor running with yet another sequel in 2028, and we're riding along to see what happens.
This time, they're putting nipples on the cars.
Nice.
Instead of the
These movies are my guilty pleasure, man. I love the Fast and the Furious movies. They are fucking peak cinema. All right. They are cinema perfection.
Peak.
Amen. Amen. Tarzan swinging in your hot rod is as good as cinema can get.
Peak perfection. But that's it for news. Now we're going to hand it over to Sam for Ed's favorite segment, big news in anime, which I'm sure Sam's going to talk about, but Dragon Ball fans were eating so good last weekend. I can't wait to hear what Sam has to say about it. So watch your ears.
All right, first up, we have Dragon Ball Super continues with two major projects being announced. One is dropping later this year, which is a retelling of Dragon Ball Beerus Battle of Gods, the movie, the first part of the series of Dragon Ball Super. They're going to redo that because the animation wasn't that good in the series. It was really good in the movie, but it wasn't really good in the series. So they're going to redo it and try and clean up some of the embarrassment of the animation team, the animation production team, who had to kick it out in pretty quick order. So they're redoing that. Look for that in October this year. The other one, Galactic Control, I did not see. I don't think we got the release date for this one yet, but I'm guessing it's going to be 2027. Is the continuation of the Dragon Ball Super anime with what we call the Moral Arc, but what they're calling the Galactic Patrol, because that's who's basically in charge. It's the space cops called the Galactic Patrol, who are the ones who are housing the villain known as Moro, and then they deputize Goku and Vegeta as part of the space police so that they can help catch this villain known as Moro. These were kind of the highlight announcements for me, but they also announced lots of other things at the Dragon Ball 40th anniversary extravaganza, including updates to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, some new games coming down the line, and maybe even a return to the Dragon Ball Super manga. So lots of big things coming this year because it's the 40th anniversary of the Dragon Ball manga. So, Matt, what was the part that you liked most about this announcement? I know you were following it pretty well too.
I'm intrigued by the Dragon Ball 1000 game. Gonna be going super far into the future with that. I'm excited for the return of Dragon Ball Super and adding the Galactic Patrol or Moral Arc to the end of it there. But really, the fact that we're getting a remake of Dragon Ball Super, where it's essentially like Dragon Ball Super Kai, and they're taking it and pretty much doing away with some of the filler episodes. So like they're cutting the Battle of Gods arc down to 6 episodes, and I think like the Frieza or the Resurrection of F was like going to be 8 episodes, and then the Universe 7 or 6 tournament was like 10 episodes. Like the episode count goes up, but they're kind of doing, I'm assuming, with what One Piece is doing, where they're, instead of one long anime, they're going seasonal with it. And so like Beerus is the first season, which is covering Battle of Gods, and then they're probably going to do, they changed the name. It's not Resurrection of F anymore. They changed it to something else. But from what I've seen, people saying that we're probably not going to get the Moral Arc till late 2027, maybe not even 2028, because of the fact that the Beerus stuff isn't coming till October. So then you got to, what it sounds like is they're going to play it out and re-air all of the current episodes, and then after the Tournament of Power, then we move into the Galactic Patrol arc. So probably late 2027, early 2028 before I would probably say October 2028 for the Galactic Patrol arc, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's still a long ways away, but it's nice to know that we've got more content coming.
And it's nice to know like how much Akira Toriyama was actually involved in this. Like there's a lot of this stuff was in the process before he passed away. And he was working on the new video game and even created the original character for the video game. And kind of a lot of the reworks and stuff he's very much involved in. So it'll be interesting to see what they do and see if we get if they tweak the anime a little bit to kind of give us why Goku doesn't use Super Saiyan 4 in Dragon Ball Super.
Or retcon it to include Super Saiyan 4.
Or retcon it to include Super Saiyan 4, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm stoked.
Yeah, I'm really excited too. I love Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball has been part of my life for a long time. All right, next slide. Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple gets a new sequel manga in March. Shun Matsuena announced on X on Thursday that he will launch a new sequel manga for Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple, which is basically called Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple 2 Masters Arc. If you guys are not familiar, this is a series that started 2006, 2005, 2006, and went through 2014. It also spawned an anime that you can now watch on Netflix. I saw that was dropped on Netflix last week. And it follows Kenichi, and he is the mightiest disciple, which means that he's studying in this dojo under many different martial arts masters. And you see those masters kind of in the back hanging out. He has to learn various disciplines of martial arts to become a strong fighter. And The reasons for the things that he fights are various, but he basically gets pitted against kind of a criminal enterprise that also has these very strong martial artists as assassins or as kind of counters to what they're doing. And it has a lot of fan service, as you can kind of see from the graphic here. So if you guys are into that kind of thing, be my guest. Who am I to judge? You guys are grown men, so do what you got to do. All right, so that's it for that slide. We'll move on to the next one. Boichi is a manga artist I really like. He did a series called Dr. Stone, and he also drew a graphic novel related to One Piece, kind of a spin-off or prequel series called Ace's Story. And his art style is very interesting to me. It's somewhere between realism and the anime style. But it's highly detailed, still stylized, but it's highly detailed, and I think it's really, really good. But he hasn't really done anything new in quite some time, and now we see that he's going to come out with a new spinoff of the Rokudenashi Blues manga, and it's going to center on a fight between Onizuka and Kasai, two of the four heavenly kings in the original story of Rokudenashi Blues. It's meant to drop later this year, so look for that. I think it's going to be in the Shonen Sunday magazine, but you can probably find it on the Viz Manga app or the Manga Plus app. It's not going to be on the Shonen Jump app. So that's it for that. And then one more news story. Junji Ito, who's got some of the creepiest stories out there, some of his works are being adapted into a show called a Taiwanese show called Bloody Smart. And you guys know what's that? What is that? All right, Bloody Smart, the Taiwanese series that's going to be kind of compiling and uniting his stories in a very similar way to the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark work was done. There's this one really spooky story he did about these killer balloons that had nooses at the end of them, and people's heads, or the balloons were shaped like people's heads, and they would kind of follow those people around trying to kill them by scooping them up with the noose at the end of the balloon. If you popped your balloon, your head would also pop. And so people just kind of shut themselves inside to avoid the balloon. But they're just like super creepy. And then you can see on the top photo is what they're planning to do with the creepy balloons. There's going to be like these giant floating heads with these kind of a reflective eye as they're pursuing people and trying to kill them. So the story itself is called Hanging Balloons. I think it's a really creepy, really spooky read. If you like horror, I think you would really appreciate the Hanging Balloons, and it's worth a read. All right, and that'll bring us to the manga spotlight, which is One Punch Man season 3, part 1 is over. They did announce a part 2. I think we mentioned that previously, but in case I didn't, I just want to let you know. And that is going to be coming out later this year. Or sorry, in 2027.
Manga or anime?
Anime.
Yeah, dude, I tried watching the One Piece anime. I can't get past the first of it. Not One Piece.
One Punch Man.
One Punch Man, season 3.
Yes.
I can't do it. I can't do it. It's so bad. It's so awful. Like nobody moves. It's just a bunch of expressions and lines. Like it's so bad. I can't do it. I can't do it. I had to shut it off.
There are some highlights in the season. I think it's worth slogging through it, but the manga continues, and the manga is still really high quality. This is Yusuke Murata's work, but he introduces some new characters. So in season 2 of the anime, we are introduced to a character named Suiryu. He
Flirting me,
which is Water Dragon. But he is a martial artist from a dojo that's basically closed. his older sister, now runs the dojo, and her name is Suiko, and she's pictured here on the left. And the Hero Association is trying to recruit Suiryu, but they find her at the dojo, and she says, "You know what? My brother's an idiot. Hire me instead. I'll be a hero for you." And they bring her in to test her strength against this robot, which she just makes quick work of. And they hire her as an A class hero, and she's like, "They should have hired me as class S. I'm really good." But they didn't, and the reasons for that have yet to be revealed, but they will be revealed eventually. At the same time, we know that there's now a new organization of heroes called the Neo Heroes that is competing directly with the Hero Association. But Saitama here is talking about the appearance of a new organization called the Society of Hero Name Victims, which further disrupts the balance of powers. When the time comes, I'll tell Genos. And the hero name victims are people who got stupid names assigned to them by the Hero Association. And they look to Saitama as their leader because he has the stupidest name of all, which is Caped Baldy. But there's one guy whose name is like Harry Perv, something like that. And so he's really upset because his
Pooty Princess is a winner.
Yeah, Pretty Prisoner has a better name, and he's definitely hairier and pervier than the guy named Harry Perv. So their organization's aim is to get themselves new hero names so that they don't have to be embarrassed to announce their name. So that comedy element's still weaving through there. It's not all serious stuff, but it is a really fascinating series, and it's going in new directions with this new Neo Heroes Association arc developing. So you can read One Punch Man on the Manga Plus app and the Shonen Jump app. So look out for that. All right, we got some updates from Fidel. He's out in San Diego having just a grand old time. This is him hanging out at the beach. Found a pelican statue. He's looking pretty fit these days, and he's having a great time. So shout out to Fidel. Keep up the good work out there, man, and hope you stay safe.
Good for him. Good job.
All right, and then we got some dodgeball highlights this week.
You didn't find out if he was the cause for the base being put on lockdown?
I did not. He didn't answer that question. He's sworn to secrecy. So.
Boo.
So unfortunately.
Too embarrassed.
All right, let's start with the photo. Click on the photo here. So we got a series of highlights in one game from a young man named Dion. He goes to a local high school here, and he was clashing with my son in several of the matches. They ended up being the last two. And it's like, youth, the energy of youth. These guys are really good. But he was catching them and taking people out. I posted a highlight of Thaddeus and him facing off where Thaddeus won, and his brother, who's a dodgeball, an occasional dodgeball attendee, was like, "Hey, you better get highlights of Dion." And I was like, "Well, I'm working on it. I don't have a lot of time, so it's usually before the show I post these highlights." So finally got around to hitting these, and it's well deserved. He did a great job. And then if we want to move to the highlight, this is actually not a highlight. This is something just like super embarrassing for me. But this is my son, Ace, and he threw a ball at that girl, and she ducked out of the way, and then the ball hit me instead because I was standing behind her. It's like, wah, wah. Bummer. But yeah, she did a well-timed duck, and I took the hit.
I don't know. It looks like it bounces off the wall behind you and then hits you, so you shouldn't be out.
No, it definitely hit me first. It like skimmed across my leg. It's just in order to. It was moving so quick that the camera doesn't really keep up with it very well. But
how honest of you to say that it hit you instead of be like, no, it didn't hit me.
No, it's very apparent that it hit me. If you're in the gym, you can not only see it, but you can hear it when it hits somebody, and it definitely hit me. So no avoiding it. I was just like, well, shoot, and then I just had to walk off the freaking court like a dork.
Agent Fidel on duty. Nice porn stash.
Absolutely. Well, there you go. That's it for dodgeball. And I'll throw it back to you, Matt.
For me to throw it back to you for mega character matchup. It's time for our next matchup: Squirrel Girl versus Craven the Hunter.
Oh, Grumpy.
I think Sam was distracted when she bent over. That's why he got hit.
Just the kid, dude. She's just a kid. She's like 14 years old. So no, I was not distracted by that. She was blocking my vision because she was standing in front of me, and then she suddenly ducked. But yeah.
All right, Sam, tell us about Craven the Hunter.
All right, Craven the Hunter. I think he might have the only chance of taking out Squirrel Girl because he is the hunter, but he's got an 80 out of 100 for intelligence. He's a master tactician, strategist, and tracker, genius level hunter's intuition. He has a 60 out of 100 strength enhanced by potions and can lift 2 tons at his peak. His speed is 65 out of 100. Superhuman burst, can keep pace with Spider-Man briefly. His durability is 70 out of 100. He has enhanced physiology, shrugs off bullets, blades, and falls. His agility is 75 out of 100. He has acrobat level movement, jungle mobility, and combat flips. His reflexes are 80 out of 100. He has lightning fast reactions, can tag Spider-Man with prep. And his combat skill is 90 out of 100, probably getting close to his highest stats here. He's a master of dozens of martial arts, pressure point expert. And he has 85 out of 100 stamina. He can fight for hours, enhanced endurance from potions. His stealth is 95 out of 100, one of Marvel's greatest trackers, near invisible in the wilderness. His weapon mastery is 85 out of 100. He's an expert with spears, knives, nets, poisons, and traps. And his tactical prep is almost as good as they come. 95 out of 100, his greatest strength, studies prey obsessively, and adapts. All right. Squirrel Girl, as we know, 70 out of 100 for intelligence, 55 out of 100 for strength, 60 out of 100 for speed, 65 out of 100 for durability, energy projection very low at 5. His combat skill is 75 out of 100, stamina 80, agility 90, reflexes 85, animal control 95, and luck factor 100 out of 100. Canonically, absurd plot armor, can defeat cosmic beings because she is Squirrel Girl. That's the one piece that is difficult to overcome. So here we go. Into our scenario. We're in a dense forest outside New York. In Styx's neighborhood. Squirrel Girl is tracking a group of poachers, harming wildlife and interfering in the proms that Styx is chaperoning. Craven is hunting the same group. When he sees Squirrel Girl's abilities, he decides she is the true challenge. This time, Craven prepares, and preparation is everything. Craven studies Squirrel Girl for days. Her movement patterns, her reliance on agility, her squirrel communication, her tendency to avoid lethal force. He sets up the battlefield with ultrasonic emitters that disrupt squirrel communication, scent masking agents to hide his presence, pressure-triggered nets, tranquilizer microdarts tuned for enhanced physiology. When Squirrel Girl enters the forest, she immediately senses something is wrong. The squirrels scatter and become disoriented, and that's when Craven strikes. Squirrel Girl is no joke in a serious fight, though. She dodges Craven's first ambush, lands a powerful kick that cracks a tree, uses her claws to shred his net, moves unpredictably, forcing Craven to adapt. But Craven is a master hunter. He doesn't fight her strength, he fights her habits. He uses misdirection, feints, and traps to force her into predictable escape routes every time she dodges, stepping closer to where he wants her. Craven finally lands a hit, a tranquilizer dart to her thigh, not enough to knock her out, but enough to slow her reflexes. Squirrel Girl tries to summon the squirrels, but the ultrasonic disruptor scrambled their senses. Her greatest advantage is gone. Craven presses the attack. Bola wraps her legs, second dart to her shoulder, uses pressure point strikes to weaken her mobility. He avoids lethal blows, respecting her as a worthy opponent. Squirrel Girl fights fiercely, but her slowed reflexes and lack of backup tilt the battle. And the final round, Squirrel Girl makes one last attempt, a full force pounce meant to end the fight. Craven anticipates it. He counters with a perfectly timed takedown. Using her momentum against her, he pins her with reinforced restraints designed for superhuman prey. She struggles, but those tranquilizers finally take hold. Craven kneels beside her, respectful and solemn. You are a magnificent warrior, but every creature can be hunted if the hunter learns its nature. He leaves her safely restrained for authorities, unharmed, but defeated.
That's right. Craven the Hunter takes down Squirrel Girl. We find out
What a
who
man.
the next hunt for Craven will be.
Maharaga.
Short
Whoops.
Pump Marco.
Whoops, Maharaga. Accidental Maharaga.
Adam Warlock.
Warlock. Well, Craven, we hardly knew you.
Yeah, it looks like Craven's victory is going to be short-lived as he goes up against Adam Warlock in our next rousing round of mega character matchup. That brings us into our best and worst covers of the week. We got a few on here this week. It's a big week, but not a lot of awful covers. Kicking us off here, we have this cover B, Chris Burnham variant on Batman or DCKO Night Fight number 4.
Bat versus Bat. What's going on here?
It just so this book is basically Batman is being transferred to all these different realities where his former Robins are now Batman. So he's fighting the Damian Wayne version of Batman here, and all in the black. And yeah, I don't know why they all got the like college humor Batman-esque mouth. Swear at me.
Mad Magazine Batman.
Yeah. So not great. Not great at all.
No.
Then we got this Ultimate Wolverine Perez cover for Ultimate Wolverine number 14. I don't know what's going on here. But I don't understand why Wolverine's little mask things look more like ears than they do parts of his mask.
Yeah, I don't know.
He looks more like a devil with a beard.
Yeah, what is this? Daredevil Wolverine?
And look more like he's going Arr! Than he does.
Yeah, this
anything
definitely was a contender for Taco Bell.
They spilled my beer.
He farted on me.
You know how much these IPAs cost? It's Canada. It ain't cheap.
True.
Then we got this Absolute Green Lantern 11 Chuma Hill cardstock cover.
Ugh, good lord.
Yeah, the head and the eyes are what did it for me. Like it just not great here. Could be a lot better.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
My hope is that the preliminary sketch and hopefully the actual cover will be better. But this, yeah, that's not good.
My hope.
Max Henry slips into Max Henry.
I haven't done that in a while.
No. And for our best covers of the week here, we have this cover C Yasmin Perderi variant on DC KO Night Fight number 4. Now that's a good one. You got Batman being restrained by the Tim God damn it. The Grayson Batman, as you got the Damian Wayne Batman right here, and you got Jason Todd Batman right here, and you got the Tim Drake Batman right here. Ready to ride. This has been a really good series. If you're not reading any of the DCKO tie-ins, Night Fight is personally my favorite. It's been so good, and I believe this is the last issue. But I'm sad to see it go. I would love to see Joshua Williamson continue on in this universe because I feel like there's so much more to explore that he hasn't explored yet. But it's been super, super fun. And then we got this Amazing Spider-Man 21, 1/100 Lee Bermejo, Amazing Virgin variant. This is a trade dress as well. Or yeah, there has a trade dress version of this as well. Look, the Amazing Spider-Man has some absolute fire covers coming up. Absolute fire covers. A couple by Lee Bermejo in like 2 issues. There's a Mary Jane symbiote cover that's out of this world. It's not Bermejo. I can't remember who it is, but it's just absolutely amazing. I can't wait to pick it up. But
Is it Fred Hembeck?
no, but Lee Bermejo continues to absolutely crush. I want to say it's Avant Talavera.
Oh,
I can check here real quick.
Is that the Jason Momoa Craven?
No, it's the God, who's the guy that played Cable? I can't think of his name right now.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin, yes.
Yeah. Same guy who played Thanos, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it isn't Ivan de Oliveira. Like I'll give you a little taste.
Sneaky
here.
peek.
A little
sneaky peek.
Little stinky pinky peek.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay.
Gorgeous.
Very nice.
Gorgeous.
Oh, that is nice.
So she dropped the act of being like a hulking brute, I guess, huh?
Gorgeous. I can't wait to get that. And then like next issue has this really, really good Bermejo black suit Spider-Man cover too.
That's cool.
So I mean, you know,
I've seen that one, yeah.
Lee Bermejo has some fucking bangers coming up. Bangers.
That's cool.
2025 getting absolutely outshined already by his work in 2026. But Bermejo banging it. Little sneaky peeky there. Little stinky pinky.
Nothing wrong with a sneaky peek.
Then we got this cover. B, George Farnes variant for Batgirl 16. Dude, that hot pink background with the yellow bats symbol and the bats making up her cowl, dude. It's amazing.
4 days.
Amazing cover. Amazing.
It really pops.
Then we have this cover B, Nubovich variant on Poison Ivy 41.
She looks like she could be in an Indiana Jones movie there.
Yeah, she does.
She looks like she might be an equestrian.
It's not often that we get like
equestrian
a Poison Ivy cover where she's in like normal clothes and she's not transformed into Ivy. So I think it's really, really well done.
Yeah.
Even if she like doing her best Lieutenant Dan and she ain't got no legs.
You got magic legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Then we got this Logan Stephen Mooney variant for Logan Black, White, and Blood. Kind of going back there. Good Logan cover. That's what Wolverine should look like. That's what Wolverine should look like, not whatever the fuck that Ultimate Wolverine cover was.
Yeah.
Then we get this 1 in 500 Stonehouse homage variant for Ultimate Endgame number 2 for the Captain America Civil War homage. One in 500. You gonna drop $500 on this, Sticks?
I am not.
We know you got it like that.
I'm not.
You got those old AT&T savings bonds from 1906.
New York Telephone, actually.
Okay. Even better. Because your name's like Stanley Yelnats. And then we got this Godzilla to Infinity Roar number 1 Bjorn Hernandez cover. Godzilla is being taken over by Null, Venomized.
It's got like a
Super
scorpion.
good.
Wow.
It's like a scorpion instead of a spider.
Super dope there on that Godzilla cover. But final cover may vary.
Hmm.
Then we got
Sure,
this
be close to
Archie
that.
X, the Army of Darkness, number 1, Robert Hack cover. Someone loved this cover. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna pick up this Archie cover though.
It's
Who
good.
doesn't like Army of Darkness? You throw a little Archie in there with Veronica and Jughead. Little Jughead
You
skeleton.
get
And
those
Betty.
little. And the Army of Darkness, is there little people at his feet too, like here?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't remember. Yeah, are there? Okay. I haven't looked at it in a while.
For our Don't Mind Me, just
Oh.
a talk about cover of the week, we have DC X AEW number 1, Daniel Warren Johnson cardstock cover. Because it looks like Adam Hangman Page is really going through it. So much so that he just let a stink bomb in Lex Luthor's face. This was Sam in his wrestling match after the fat kid farted in his face.
I was about
Dear
that color,
Lord.
that shade of green. I was just about that shade of green.
Yeah. Poor Sam.
Pedro.
Going through it hard, Sam. That's it for our best and worst covers of the week. Now we're going to get into our first appearances this week. We got a couple here. In the new Iron Man number 1, where a bold new era begins for Iron Man, we got our first appearance of the new Citizen V. Right here. So if you're looking for Citizen V number 1, make sure to pick up Iron Man number 1 at your LCS today. Then if you're a Power Rangers fan, Power Rangers Prime number 14, we got the first appearance of a new Red Ranger who's taking up the mantle of another Red Ranger here. He's a teenage boy. Not that, that's usually what Power Rangers are teenagers with attitude. So there you go. Got a new teenage Red Ranger. Then if you're reading Absolute Martian Manhunter, you got the introduction of the Despair into the Absolute Universe. Got the Despair here. And if you're reading Absolute Wonder Woman, you already know that we got not only the introduction to the Absolute Zatanna, we got the Absolute Suicide Squad.
Who does that include? It looks like Cheetah, some lizard lady, a big redhead lady, and then like a brown face robot. What is that?
Big redhead lady.
And then Zatanna.
I like big redhead lady.
Is that Big Bertha? Is that who that is?
It's big redhead lady. I don't know. I haven't read it. I have Absolute Wonder Woman. I actually have it sitting right here. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Is that like a female Clayface on the right there? Who's that?
No.
So I guess the
It's
Star Wars.
like she's just someone in an armor of some sort.
It looks like it's
got eye holes. It's got eye holes. The little eye holes
yeah,
there.
Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out.
Did I tell you about the eye holes?
Sticks really loves those eye holes.
They really drew him in. But yes. Yes.
So I'm assuming this is Giganta.
Okay.
Safe.
This is Dr. Poison. You see him.
Oh, okay.
I want to say in a couple other issues. Then you have. Okay, sorry, I'm doing it on the wrong screen. Giganta, Dr. Poison. This is Cheetah.
Mhm.
And then this is the Atlantean Queen, right? I'm pretty sure.
Queen.
I'm pretty sure.
And her name is
Queen.
Martha.
And then, of course,
Why'd you say that name?
Then, of course, Zatanna. And that's it for our first appearances this week. We're going to move right into my comic book picks of the week here. My first comic book pick of the week is Absolute Batman number 16. Absolute Batman has been actually absolutely crushing it. I'm to the point now where I think with the sell of Warner Brothers and DC Studios to Netflix should say, listen, James Gunn, maybe you need to take a back seat and take that full-on Kevin Feige role. Just be a producer, be an overseer, let somebody else write the movies and hand it over to Scott Snyder, because he is doing some masterful work in the Absolute Batman universe. We got kind of a filler issue here. This kind of takes place after issue 14 of Absolute Batman, because issue 5, where they finished the fight with Bane. Absolute 15 was the first origin of the Joker. Then we got the Arkham special, which is the other origin of the Absolute Joker. But this kind of picks up with them cleaning up the fight between Batman and Absolute Bane, and all of Batman's friends kind of turncoating on him and rejecting him because of what Bane did to them. So he recruits Diana's help to try and find some sort of relic or item that can help change Waylon or Killer Croc back from this mutant that they turned him into a human. Batman fights a Minotaur with Wonder Woman. There's a lot of good stuff in here. So it's kind of just like Batman and Wonder Woman's adventures through, I wouldn't call it hell because it's not quite hell, but through another realm where he's trying to find a mystical, magical item to turn Waylon back to a human. So it's kind of a filler issue for them to get ready to head into the next arc, which is Poison Ivy. So if you're not reading Absolute Batman, you got 16 issues to jump aboard, because it's been absolutely fantastic.
Pun intended.
Wrestle Heist. As a wrestling fan, I'm absolutely loving Wrestle Heist. Kind of reminds me, it's basically, it's a pretty simple premise that this group of professional wrestlers who were screwed over by the promoter, who kind of reminds me of Paul Heyman, if you're a professional wrestling fan, come up with this plan to rob their biggest event of the year during Thanksgiving. And that's kind of just the story of them setting this up. But it really goes like in depth into professional wrestling and the professional wrestling lore. Kyle Starks definitely knows professional wrestling, and they even do, like, at the end of it, like old professional wrestling magazines, they ask other artists and creators like different professional wrestling questions, like who's on your Mount Rushmore, who's your favorite tag teams, things like that. So if you're like me and Sticks and Dom and you're a professional wrestling fan, and Pete, I would definitely recommend checking out Wrestle Heist. It's a fun read. It's a good time. And then, of course, we got, after the event of the Dreadnought War, we got G.I. Joe 18, which we got the introduction of the iconic Roadblock into G.I. Joe, where it's kind of just a one-off story where Cobra attacks Roadblock as he's now retired from being a Joe and running a food truck. And they decide to attack his food truck to try and get him to join Night Force. And he's not down with that, sucker. So it was a fun little read. G.I. Joe has been super good. Joshua Williamson absolutely killing G.I. Joe. That's it for my picks of the week. Let me know in the comment section below what books you're reading and what you think your picks for the week were. Or if there's something you think I should be reading that I'm not. I've got a whole stack here that I've got to still get through, but a couple. Got through a couple. It's been a week. You know what I'm saying? So
I do.
All right, Sam, what songs you singing for us this week?
All right, well, let's pull up the first one and we'll see. All right, here we go. In Sync, Bye Bye Bye. And then Backstreet Boys, Backstreet's Back.
All right.
Zoom in.
You want me to zoom in? Hold on,
No, let me zoom in. I'll just zoom in. All right, here we go. I'm doing this tonight. You're probably gonna start a fight. I No, this can't be right. Hey, baby, come on. I loved you endlessly, and you weren't there for me. So now it's time to leave and make it alone. I know that I can't take no more. It ain't no lie. I want to see you out that door, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Don't want to be a fool for you. Just another player in your game for two. You may hate me, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Don't really want to make it tough. I just want to tell you that I've had enough. Might sound crazy, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Just hit me with the truth, girl. You're more than welcome to. So give me one good reason, baby, come on. I live for you and me. Now I really come to see that life would be much better once you're gone. I know that I can't take no more. It ain't no lie. I want to see you out the door, baby, bye, bye, bye. Don't really wanna be, don't wanna be a fool for you. Just another player in your game for two. You may hate me, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Don't really wanna make it tough. I just wanna tell you that I've had enough. Might sound crazy, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye.
All right, Sticks, put your pants back on. All right, I know Sam's got a panty dropper voice there, but put your panties back on, Sticks.
Sticks is the only one dropping his panties for my voice. All right.
I don't know. Zaggy left kind of moist, I heard too. So.
Oh, hey, all right, Zaggy. Here we go. Everybody, yeah, rock your body, yeah. Everybody, yeah, rock your body. Back streets back. All right. Bum, 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 hey, yeah. Oh my God, we're back again. Brothers, sisters, everybody sing. Gonna bring the flavor, show you how. Got a question for you, better answer now, yeah. Am I original? Yeah. Am I the only one? Yeah. Am I sexual? Yeah. Am I everything you need? You better rock your body now. Everybody, yeah, rock your body, yeah, everybody, back streets back, all right, bow, bow, bow. All right, we'll leave it there. All right, so what is the thing that connects these?
They're both going on tour this year.
That is true. That is true. The thing that connects these is that I performed these both at a dance concert when I was in high school.
How are we supposed to know that? How are we supposed to connect those dots?
I'm telling you now.
Oh, okay. Let me tell you. So tell me, what do these connect to?
Me,
they connect
personally.
to something in my personal life that you would never know anything about.
You would never know, so I'm just going to tell you. But yeah, when I was in high school, I had a buddy who was like, hey, we're going to perform these songs and steal all the thunder at the girls' dance concert. And we did. And we took all of the attention. The girls went crazy. And then nobody cheered for the girls after that. All the flowers came to us. Whatever. What they got for Forsaken Noises.
Fun fact, I also performed Backstreet's Back in what was called a mock rock in high school.
Really? What's that?
Didn't sing it. So we dressed up as a band. You pretend to play this song and put on a performance, but we created a dance.
Lip syncing.
Our own dance. Yeah, pretty much. to Backstreet's Back, me and my friends. So
Lip syncing and air guitar.
yeah.
Nice.
One year I did we did Guns N' Roses, and I smashed an actual acoustic guitar on the floor of the gymnasium.
Whoa.
Woo.
Did you go down
Do it break,
to
man.
like play it again and then get another one?
Yep, absolutely.
Nice.
Play it again.
All right, Sam, good job. All right, now it's time to play the Get Off My Totally Cool Qualified Saturday Dark Side Lawn, or as we relatively refer to it as the Who Said It game. And up first on the Who Said It game, it says, who's going off into the sunset naked? Or who said going off into the sunset naked? That's what Christopher Columbus saw when he landed in the Bahamas.
Going off into the sunset naked.
What?
That's what Christopher Columbus saw when he
Who said
landed in the
going
Bahamas. Gosh, what was the context for this?
Oh,
I'm gonna say Sticks. Sticks said this.
I did not sound like something I would say. Oh.
Sticks is rebutting your claim.
Yeah,
He said it.
I don't know. I feel like I might have said this too. But
You think you said something about Christopher Columbus going off into the Bahamas butt naked?
I don't recall ever saying Christopher Columbus went to the Bahamas, so I don't think it was me.
I'll say Marco. I'll say that's a Marco thing.
Who would think that Christopher Columbus landed in the Bahamas? Marco. It's Marco. It's got to be Marco.
Gotta be Marco.
You think it's Macho Man Marco?
Yeah.
Sticks, you're saying Marco?
I said Marco. I said it first.
Yeah, Sticks convinced me.
Here you go.
We got two Marcos.
Chat?
Anybody in the chat want to sound off? Ed, I know you're there. Ed, ask your wife who she thinks it is. Zaggy's still sopping up his fucking spree over there from Sam singing.
I am wet. Stop! I can't take it.
Hell is a
Somebody
Square
get him
Circle
off.
is a great comic, BK, but if you haven't given Wrestle Heist a try, I would recommend it.
Am I original?
Sticks, your interpretive dance was fire.
Yeah, it was.
All right.
All right.
Who said going off into the sunset naked? That's what Christopher Columbus saw when he landed in the Bahamas.
How they had built everything up and then just kind of was like, yeah, you're going to die in a pit.
Well, you see, look, they're going off to the sunset naked. That's what Christopher Columbus saw when he landed in the Bahamas.
Yeah, it was
All
wonderful.
nakedness.
That's wonderful.
That's what exploration's all about.
They're not shy about being naked in this book at all.
Of course,
It was Dom.
Oh,
It was Dom. Good job, Sarah.
It was Dom.
Should have known. Oh, did Sarah say it was Sarah?
He said Dom.
I mean, we're like super late getting the chats in.
Chats?
Yeah, the chat's way behind on StreamYard.
Like super delayed. All right. Who said I don't spank it to paper?
Marco.
What? Spank it to paper.
Gotta be Marco. Hey, I don't spank it to paper.
Who said I don't spank it to paper? Sam thinks it was Marco. What say you there, Sticks? Sticks is muted,
Okay,
apparently.
Sticks is not saying anything. Sticks
I forgot Sticks is back in time still.
His internet still thinks it's playing the bumper from the anime segment.
Sarath says Sticks. Cosmic says BK. Ed says Sticks. I had to go to the chat to see because it's not coming through StreamYard for some odd reason. But all right.
He's not
Sarath said Sticks uses stone tablets.
Oh, that's great.
All right. Who said I don't spank it to paper?
No,
Oh.
I appreciate art, but no, I don't get fetish off of fucking comic book covers. I'm not a gooner, dude.
No
I don't
kink
spank
shaming
it
on
to
this show.
fucking.
We don't
Yeah, I
kink
will.
shame
I
here.
don't spank it to paper. Guys.
Nice.
Yeah, in the Bible, that's funny.
It was Macho
Bingo.
Man Marco.
Bingo.
Mr. Deep V himself. The King of Baltimore. Member of the Hyatt Regency Frequent Stayers Club.
One more trip and he gets a free Deep V.
Absolutely. With his initials on it.
Monogrammed Deep V.
Who said I'm going balls deep into D&D?
Pete Renna.
Who's going balls deep in D&D?
I bet it was Pete.
Sam thinks it's Peter Renna.
Could be me. Could be me too. Could be me too.
Are you going
It was
balls
Bruce.
deep in D&D, Sam?
It was Bruce.
Stick says it's Bruce.
It's Bruce.
Ed says Bruce. Sarah said Marco looks like a bowling pin in that picture. Yes, he does.
I'm gonna say
bowling
Pete.
pin.
I say Pete.
Cosmic says Marco.
We just had a Marco quote.
Zaggy says Bruce. All right. Who said I'm going balls deep into D&D?
We're ready for the show too. We gotta wait for this guy talking about
Pete.
you.
Pete, look at this, Pete.
Oh, damn.
Issue handbook. I'm going balls deep into D&D.
Yeah,
What
dude,
about the
there's a
beautiful
Tubi
thing?
channel where there's just people just playing it all day. I put it on the background.
Wow, that's great.
That is great. That was Bruce. Good job, everybody.
I saw Pete on the screen. I was like, I got a chance. I got a chance.
All right. Who said I literally made a fart sarcophagus last night?
A fart sarcophagus. Oh my gosh. It's got to be me. I had some really bad gas the other day. I think we talked about it on the show. Oh man, I don't know. If it's not me, I have no idea who it was.
I think it was Pedro.
Sticks or left. Zaggy says Sticks.
Pedro,
And
the seventh grade wrestler. Yeah.
Sareth says Sam.
Yeah, Pedro did.
Ed said Sam's wrestling partner.
Yeah, there you go. I'll say Joe. Joe said it.
Yes. Stick says Joe. All right. Who said I literally made a fart sarcophagus last night?
Go to sleep with a weighted blanket.
Oh.
I literally made a fart sarcophagus last night. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. So there's my advice.
Where's our the more you know?
Little tip of the week.
There you go. Thanks, Joe's Dueling, for the tip of the week. Don't fart under a weighted blanket. Otherwise, you'll be making a fart.
Solid advice.
Your remains.
Solid advice.
That's great.
Next up, who said you're coming in super clear, not sounding like you're getting molested by a Dalek?
Oh, snap. Okay, it's definitely in reference to Sticks.
Yeah.
What was your first clue? The Doctor Who reference or the fact that it's about some shitty internet?
So it's gotta be me or Matt, I think. I think me or Matt said this. I'm gonna say Matt. Matt gets this.
You say it was me.
Yeah.
Zaggy says it was Jedi. Saras says Pete. Ed says Matt. Sticks is muted.
Sticks,
Ed
you can't
says-
unmute yourself eventually, right?
Cosmic says Matt. Sticks will be unmuted once the clip's done playing.
Oh, hey, we're getting our
Oh,
messages.
Sticks
now.
says Matt. Hey, look, yeah, our chat's back now. Look at that. All right. Who said you're coming in super clear, not sounding like you're getting molested by a Dalek? So you're gonna go see it? That looks like it's right up your alley.
I
hear David
haven't even
Smith said
seen the first one.
Sticks, did you get better internet?
No.
Coming in super clear, not sounding like you're getting molested by a Dalek.
No. Internet's the same. It's probably just a good spot on the night. No, I never saw the first Avatar.
It was coming in super clear. Sticks' internet. Coming in like a champ. Who said Kyle's trying to figure out whether he wants to crack his fingers or finger his crack?
This was a showstopper. You kidding me? I know exactly who said this. This is like shut things down. It's like everyone's like, what? What did he just say? Oh my gosh, can't believe that just got said. Oh, that was a tough night. I had two just total room killers. Everyone was like, what? It's definitely me who said that.
Let's find out. Was
no contest, no debate. It was me.
Was that Sam? World.
Kyle's trying to figure out whether he wants to crack his fingers or finger his crack. Okay.
It was Sam. Absolute showstopper.
Oh, man.
Absolute showstopper from Sam. And last but not least, who said that sword is too phallic for me?
Well, it definitely wasn't Bruce. There's no limits to how phallic something can be for Bruce. Pete. I'm going to say Pete. Pete says phallic
Sam
a lot.
says Pete.
I think Pete says phallic way too much.
I'll say Dub. I'll say Dub.
You say Dub.
I'll say Dub.
Dub. Oh my God. Dub. Oh my God. Becky, look at her butt. Dub. Oh, what did chat say? Chat gotta catch up. I gotta go back to the Renovision chat again just to see that specific chat.
Let's see here. Cosmic said Pete. Leftovers said Joe. Ed said Marco.
Thanks, Six, for filling that in.
Yeah, thanks, Sticks.
All right.
Genuine scholar.
Who said that sword is too phallic for me?
You couldn't tell
because her titties are out. Is that what you're saying? Come on, dude. I didn't even think about that till you said it.
Neither did I. You had to go Gooner on us.
Yeah.
I didn't pick the cover. I'm just saying. They're both Gooner covers. Yeah, I do like them. Probably get both. We now have Dead Samurai number 5, the 1 in 50, Bill Sienkiewicz, which said signed in the solicitation. So I don't know if
I don't know what the signed part is, but whatever.
Yeah,
that's how I was doing it. I was doing it about the why the Japanese
cherry blossoms,
cherry blossom versus Japanese
no,
cherry
I get
blossom.
that. And I'm
also neither one in cherry blossom season, I might add, but whatever.
Well, I don't care about cherry blossom season, but I'm still in this case. I'm going Sienkiewicz because that sword is too phallic for me, and it looks like it's just.
Yo, Pete,
right
this is why we can't have you on the show because all you talk about is dongs on comic books.
She's.
That's right. It was Pete.
All you talk about is dongs.
Pete love his dong comics.
He does talk about that a lot.
That's it.
He's very
for Who
concerned
Said It
about how
game.
phallic things are.
Now it's time for that time of the show where we say we don't want to talk about hot chicks. We just want to talk about hot chicks or dudes. We just want to talk about comics. It's time for Missed Connections. Boys, we've come full circle. We started the show talking about people looking for love, and we're ending the show talking about people looking for love.
It's that season.
Always stop. Sam, you want to kick us off?
Uber driver, Rockville. Last Saturday, you drove me home and came up to my place. I dressed in my sissy clothes, and you used me. I was the older white guy living in Bethesda. Round 2. Why don't you just use the Uber app? Use the Uber app, bro. You don't need to post this on Misconnections.
I want to know what sissy clothes are. What are sissy clothes?
I don't know. Like a velour tracksuit.
Like a button-down
Velour
shirt with just a deep V.
A velour tracksuit that says "juicy" in bedazzled on the butt.
Six is wearing those sweatpants right now.
Only they're cut off at the cheeks. They're cut off at the cheeks.
Gotta let them breathe.
Yeah. Like assless chaps.
Okay, well, Sticks is on mute, so you got to go, Matt. Perfect timing.
Mike from Chester. What happened? Short pump? This poor guy. This poor guy's getting called out on the internet for being Mr. Come Quick Thumb Dick. Old short pump himself.
Poor guy. All right, Sticks. Before you get muted.
All right. Natty Glow Shop and Save. You were wearing a blue and white dress, maybe flowers on it. You're a big girl and beautiful. I love big girls. We smiled as we passed. I think I said hello. I'm a big guy wearing a black t-shirt. I was watching you shop, looking for a chance to tell you all the filthy things I was thinking about doing to you. If it was you, or it could be you, reply. I'd love to chat. I don't care if it's you. If it's anyone who wants to reply,
It might be you.
Reply.
Are you sure it was you? It might be you. I don't know. Please reply.
You know what?
Somebody
In the end,
reply.
he's
I'm
looking for
lonely.
someone willing. He's just looking for someone willing. So if
He's a lonely man.
If it's even close, if we're even
Just
close,
He's a lonely man.
For a little prison love.
Cage, Midland. I got a 26-year-old cage for your pet rooster. Show pet size. See if it fits this.
Rooster. The rooster. Give me the rooster.
That's very naughty. Why would you keep your rooster in a cage? Free range. Free ranged. Cosmic says nasty.
Very nasty.
All right. Picks and sharing. Leppensburg. I don't have cages, Tyson. Hey, so I'm kind of a bear, masculine, biker type, complete bottom, 40 years old, MW, 6', 225 pounds. I'm not gutsy enough to meet and can't host anyway, but I want an older man's attention. LOL. We can exchange non-face pics and talk about our first and our best. Just want to share our mutual exchange. Prefer older white tops. Why do you care if they're a top or a bottom when you say you don't want you can't host and you just want to exchange non-face pics and talk about your first and your best?
None of us are equipped to answer those questions, Matthew. None of us know the answer to those questions.
Piggy Spank says this dude not really boat stuff. Someone looking for Bruce?
It's not my expertise. I don't have the answer to these questions.
But that's it. That's our show for this beautiful Saturday night. Unless Styx wants to completely shock me with a segment of his own. No, because this isn't the qualified where he actually participates. Son of a bitch.
We're lucky if we even get his audio, you know?
I know. That's why half the time I don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Audio roulette with Sticks. He's got an extension on his internet that's the show.
Hey, that would be a good pod. That'd be a good show for you, Sticks. Audio roulette.
Audio roulette.
Will Sticks coming clear tonight? Hey, everybody, welcome to Yep. Oh, come back next week to see if Sticks' audio cooperates. But all right, that's it for us. Thank you guys all for hanging out so much. What up in the chat as always? Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Tyson. Thank you, Piggy Spanks. Thank you, GTK Comics. Thank you, Zaggy. Thank you, BK. Thank you. Who am I forgetting here?
Ed.
Running down the list. I think I already
Ed.
said Ed Sarath. Thank you so much, Sarath. Tyson, I already said. Yup. I think I got them all. I got a Cosmic One. Yeah, thank you guys all so much for hanging out. Showing up for SNX is a chore for Sticks. Yes, it is. See you all in 3 weeks when you're back again. No, listen. It's going to get more regular again. I promise you this. Just like the back half of the year, November, December, January are very busy for me because it feels like everybody in my family has like a birthday. And so now that there's only 3 of us, if one of us is gone, it's hard to do a show because as we've showed before, when I can't be here, it Sticks shows like 40 slides of nothing or slides from like 3 shows ago. So
Ed roasted my hairline once again.
Yeah, you got to keep it tight.
Like, no mercy, no mercy.
So I promise we'll be back to a more regular schedule moving forward here. So didn't know there was going to be a show tonight, or I would have been on earlier. I'll watch on the replay. It's been up since this afternoon. Sam doing locks of love is the best joke of the night.
I forgot the word up. It should be lock up for love. But
that was a disaster. What was a disaster, Tyson?
The show.
Oh,
a beautiful disaster.
I don't know what was a disaster, Tyson, but yeah. It was a quick one tonight though, but yeah. So that's it for us this week. If you want more from anything else on Redivision, make sure to check out the Dark Side Show tomorrow night. Make sure to check out all shorts throughout the week. Make sure to check out Sticks on his channel every Tuesday night for the Doctor Who Rewind. Make sure to check out our show on Mine Sticks channels if you want some professional wrestling goodness. This Wednesday night, we're doing a special airing. We're going to talk about the Royal Rumble and give our thoughts on the Royal Rumble and that we spent 4 hours watching today and live streaming. So if you want to check out for more of this again, if you want more from me, you can check out all the comic book related content on my channel. You can check out more from Sticks on Friday nights and the Qualified, followed by following the CBSI Hot 10 list. And of course, you can come right back here to us next Saturday night.
Follow it anymore. It gets dropped during the show now.
What? I don't even know what you're talking about.
The Hot 10. Hot 10 comes out at 10.
Oh, okay.
We're already started.
Pete has literally, I guess, said, I don't care about the Qualified, so I'm just going to drop the Hot 10 during the Qualified. So everyone leaves the Qualified to go watch the Hot 10, then comes back to the Qualified, apparently, from what it sounds like. Sticks. I said I had to say it at least once, Sam.
Let me have it. That's fine. My hairline is a disaster. So let me have it.
But that's it for this week's episode of SNS. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your Saturday night with us. Take care, and we'll see you guys right back here next Saturday night for more of Sam's luscious hairline and voice combination. Sam, take us out with some words of wisdom.
All right, here's a word of wisdom. Set your Valentine's Day reservations now. Don't wait until the day of. It's going to fill up fast, especially if you're going to do something like teppanyaki. Make sure that you get a seat at the teppanyaki bar instead of somewhere lame. You know, do it now. Do it now. Don't wait.
or just go find yourself a prison pen pal. See you
Or
guys
do a
later.
prison pen pal. Their expectations are much, much lower.
Lowered expectations. Good night.
Either you've got me confused with somebody else, or this is a joke.